Just get on with it already. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst anime filler.
You guys are hopeless.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the time an anime stepped away from the manga's narrative and went off by themselves with an original story, only for the results to be below subpar. We'll only be picking out one filler arc or collection of episodes per series, and as you might expect, be prepared for a few spoilers down the line. But hey, it's filler, so who cares, right? Number 10, Orange Islands Pokemon.
Okay.
Granted, this one is a little tricky, given how the series is based on a set of highly successful video games, which allows the show a lot of leeway. That being said, what the hell was up with the Orange Islands? We had just gotten over the fact that Ash had lost the Indigo League, and we were eager to see him journey across the Johto region.
Oh man, I'm not gonna make it.
But nope, first you have to see him take a vacation as he surfs around a bunch of islands on his Lapras. Dude, get your act in gear. We want to see you take on gym leaders, not a frickin' gap year.
Hey, maybe we should go and look at the art museum.
The first thing I want to see is a double cheeseburger and a side of fries.
Number 9, the finale, Blue Exorcist.
12,000.
Oh man.
We all know that the point of filler is to allow time for more manga content to come out. That being said, when you've just passed the halfway point of your first series, and you go down a totally separate story, then you know you've messed up.
What the hell were you two thinking? How could you be so reckless?
Whoa! This wouldn't be so bad in Blue Exorcist's case if it weren't for the recently released Kyoto arc, which totally ignores the filler of the first season. So, unless you're well versed in both the anime and the manga, be prepared to be confronted with a lot of inconsistencies.
And I will kill myself! Stop! Don't do it! If you die, the world Yuri and I dreamed of will die with you!
Number 8, Season 4, Inuyasha.
Don't worry, kid. I'll toughen you up and make a man out of you.
Inuyasha.
While a couple of these episodes fit into the canon, for the most part, the majority of this season is entirely made-up filler. In fact, when fans complain about the boring, slow-paced, and uninspired episodes that bog down this fantasy anime, these are the ones they're usually talking about.
Are you quite sure this is the right way, Kagome?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Sure, we may get the occasional romantic moment between Inuyasha and Kagome, but the rest of the time it's nothing but small-time villains, pointless tangents, and more one-dimensional side characters than we know what to do with.
Why won't you come join me? End you, if we slay every living person.
Number 7, the Garlic Jr. Saga, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh no, what's wrong with me?
Really? After the awesomeness that was the Frieza saga, you're gonna give us this? Unless you happen to be a huge fan of classic DBZ movies. Chances are you'll have no idea who Garlic Jr. is, let alone why his return is supposed to be a big deal.
But if you shoot me, then you'll also have roasted Kami under glass.
Instead of Super Saiyans and a race against time on a dying planet, what does this arc give us? Pseudo-vampires, Gohan getting beaten up by Piccolo, and Krillin dealing with his gold digger of a girlfriend. Ugh, we miss Namek.
You need a ride? I'm going downtown, babe.
Buy me an ice cream?
Sure thing.
Goody, sure, I'd love to!
Number 6, Eclipse Celestial Spirits, Fairy Tale.
Then let's give her a demonstration. Let's prove our bond is broken.
Natsu and company have managed to get away with quite a bit in terms of their filler arcs, but when one rears its ugly head, you better watch out. Following on from the magnificence of the Grand Magic games, it's understandable that we would need a small break before we go into the climactic clash with Seraph in the Tartarus arc. Except that was what the previous Sun Village arc was for. So, on top of that, we got this needless mini rebellion arc.
There isn't a nice way to put this, babe. You're gonna die thirsty. Water.
It's hard to enjoy the battles here because, unlike the vicious duels we saw in the Grand Magic games, we're stuck with Gray engaging in a dance-off. Really?
100 gray spin!
Number 5, Season 3, Rurouni Kenshin. The final battle against Makoto Shishio was arguably one of the anime's highlights, and easily the best part of the second series. It would have taken a lot for Kenshin to one-up such a brutal medley of Swords, Scream, and Stephen Bloom. But if anyone could do it, it would be the Manslayer. Sadly, all we got afterwards was a season of filler that contained no fights that even came close to the awesomeness that had come before.
It's not bait, it's that today.
Oh, today? It certainly is a perfect day to go fishing, that it is.
The fact that the show was canceled soon afterwards cemented this as one of the most infamous filler arcs in anime. Sorry, Kenshin, my dude, you deserved better than this.
You don't seem to be relaxing. I'll leave the room as soon as I'm done eating this, so you should sit back and relax.
Number 4, Warship Island, One Piece. It just goes to show how much of a masterpiece this anime is. Even when the occasional filler arc sneaks up onto it, it can sometimes turn out to be so entertaining that it can stand on its own against canon content. G8 anyone? That's what I'm talking about. The same, however, cannot be said for this arc, which is kind of understandable since it's One Piece's first case of filler.
Wasn't that bad, was it?
Unfortunately, when put up against the rest of the series, it's rather boring by comparison, especially when it comes to the villain. Lucky for us, following on from this misstep was the unforgettable Alabasta arc. Sweet.
I'd say you've taken this nonsense a little too far.
Number 3, Rebecca, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yep, I dare say I'm the #1 duelist in America.
Aren't you a little young?
When it comes to this show, all we want to see is our favorite cast of characters decide the fate of the world through a children's card game. Is that so hard to frickin' ask? Of course, there are times when even that isn't enough to prevent us from hating the obvious filler. Enter Rebecca, a brat of a character whose only motivation seemed to revolve around complaining and getting Yugi to notice her.
I don't need a teddy bear, because now I have a boyfriend to protect me.
There was no reason for her to exist, yet she still ended up overstaying her welcome. We would take Noah or those 3 motorcycle dudes over her any day.
Miffy! I run!
Number 2, Endless 8, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
What does she want?
Your phone's ringing, Kyun.
I know.
The SOS Brigade's second series was certainly filled with plenty of pitfalls, but none even come close to this collection of episodes. We know that Haruhi can literally do anything, but did she really need to give us 8 episodes of the exact same thing? In order to ensure that their vacation lasts for eternity, Haruhi inadvertently rewinds time again and again.
Hey, Kyun, your cell phone's ringing.
Yeah, I know, you don't have to tell me.
While there are minor changes here and there, for the most part we're watching our favorite characters go through the same old motions. Look, we love Haruhi, but there's a right and a wrong way to do this kind of thing.
Hey, Kyun, your phone's ringing.
I know, you don't have to tell me.
Number 1, that f***ing boat! Naruto Shippuden.
It's the sound of someone in agony.
Ask any fan what the worst part of this anime is, and without a doubt they'll answer the filler. Naruto is utterly plagued by it. To be honest, after suffering through nearly hundreds of filler episodes in the previous series, then having to deal with the 12 Guardian Ninja arc, the 3 Tails, and the 6 Tails, we would finally be over the worst of it. And then we got the Paradise Life on a Boat arc. Nearly 12 episodes of Naruto on a boat, dealing with everything except the plot. Are you friggin' serious? Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.